want to welcome you to the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. Here's today's question. Were the Crusaders Catholic or Protestant or similar to each? Well, chronologically speaking, the Crusades happened 500 years before what we know as the Protestant Reformation. In fact, if you go back to the early 16th century with Martin Luther and those reformers, as we refer to them, they actually were coming out of what had become a very corrupt religious system, which obviously is identified as the Roman Catholic Church in those days. What you need to understand is that corrupt system that Martin Luther and others reformed out of was actually just kind of the natural byproduct of what had happened during what we know as the Crusades. In fact, if you go back to the very beginning, what had happened is there was a schism. There was a divide within what we might call the corrupt Roman Catholic Church of those days, the Middle Ages, where there was those in the East and those in the West, and they all had their respective leaders, and they were jockeying for power. And really the Crusades at the end of the day were really more the infighting of those respected entities that ended up turning into what the history books write about today. So the Crusades, which are known as some of the greatest atrocities of human history, unfortunately, they were initiated by, propagated, and ultimately the result of what we might call the Roman Catholic Church. And in the Middle Ages and into that Reformation period, incredibly corrupt, incredibly divided among itself, and the name and the cause of Christ was nowhere near the forefront of all of those atrocities. Great question. If you have one, send it to AskJeff.net. Maybe your question will be tomorrow's. Thanks for being a part of today's daily question. Now, we answer a question each and every day. Please feel free to submit a new question at AskJeff.net. We may not have gotten to yours today, but we eventually will continue to be a part of this. Subscribe so you don't miss out on a question every day.